What if I told you that most of the universe is completely invisible, and yet it controls everything? Right now, as you watch this, galaxies are being pulled apart by forces we can't see, shaped by matter we can't touch, and driven by energies we don't understand. Nearly 95% of reality exists beyond human sight, beyond our instruments, beyond certainty. For centuries, we believed the universe was something we could eventually map, measure, and explain. But the deeper we look into the darkness, the more unsettling the truth becomes. The stars we see may be little more than surface details, while the real universe hides in shadows, silently influencing time, space, and even our future. And the most disturbing question isn't what we don't know. It's whether we were ever meant to understand it at all. From the moment we lie down at night, the quiet stillness of the world around us invites contemplation. As the darkness settles and the soft rustle of the world fades away, we are left alone with our thoughts and often with our questions. The world, vast and full of hidden corners, offers an endless array of mysteries, some so intricate and profound that they remain beyond the reach of human understanding. Despite our best efforts, there are phenomena in the universe that we simply cannot explain. What makes these mysteries so captivating isn't just their complexity, but the persistent curiosity they ignite in us, compelling us to question not only the world around us, but the very fabric of existence itself. As we delve into these unresolved mysteries, we confront the stark contrast between what we know and the vast, uncharted territory of the unknown. For centuries, humankind has attempted to unlock the secrets of the universe. With each scientific breakthrough, we inch closer to understanding the complexities of nature, the mechanics of our world, and even the distant reaches of space. And yet, there are certain questions that remain stubbornly unanswered, puzzles that refuse to be solved, mysteries that seem to hover just beyond our grasp. These unsolved enigmas can seem almost impossible to comprehend, and yet they have an uncanny ability to captivate our attention. It's as if, in the face of our inability to explain them, they become even more fascinating, pulling us in deeper, much like the compelling silence of the night that draws us into its mysteries. Perhaps what makes these mysteries even more intriguing is their juxtaposition with what we do know. In a world where we can send probes to distant planets, decode genetic sequences, and manipulate the building blocks of life, it's strange to think that some of the most basic aspects of the universe, such as the nature of time or the origin of consciousness, remain elusive. We stand at the precipice of knowledge, gazing into the abyss of the unknown. It's this balance between the known and the unknown that makes these mysteries so compelling. In a sense, they're like the dim stars in the night sky, faint, distant, and mysterious, yet undeniably present, quietly reminding us of how much more there is to learn. The mysteries we will explore in this documentary are not just abstract ideas, but real phenomena that have persisted despite the best efforts of science. They span the cosmos, from the uncharted regions of outer space to the depths of the human mind. Some of them are familiar, ideas that have haunted human imagination for centuries, like the existence of extraterrestrial life or the truth behind ancient myths. Others are more recent puzzles, emerging from the cutting-edge realms of quantum physics and neuroscience. All of them, however, share one thing in common. They remain unsolved, offering a glimpse into the vast expanses of our ignorance. This journey begins with the cosmic paradox of dark matter and dark energy, two phenomena that make up the majority of the universe, yet remain utterly mysterious. For decades, scientists have been able to observe the effects of dark matter and dark energy, but have been unable to directly detect or understand their nature. These invisible forces exert a gravitational pull on galaxies and dictate the expansion of the universe, yet we still have no clear idea of what they are or how they work. It's a paradox that highlights the limitations of human perception and the tools we've developed to explore the universe. We know they are out there, yet they remain beyond our reach. This mystery isn't just an intellectual puzzle. It challenges the very foundation of our understanding of the cosmos. From the distant reaches of the universe, we turn inward to consider the mysteries closer to home. Despite all our technological advancements, the question of extraterrestrial life continues to haunt humanity. Are we truly alone in the universe? Given the vast number of planets that exist in the habitable zone, it seems statistically unlikely that Earth is the only cradle of life. And yet, despite decades of searching, we have yet to make contact with any other intelligent beings. Is it possible that the answers are out there, but we haven't found them yet? Or is there something more fundamental at play that prevents us from making contact? This question, more than any other, speaks to our deepest fears and hopes. The hope that we are not alone in the vast, dark universe, and the fear that we may never know. Equally intriguing are the mysteries of our own planet. Enigmas that have baffled historians, archaeologists, and scientists alike. Take, for example, the Bermuda Triangle, a stretch of ocean where ships and aircraft have disappeared without a trace. While theories abound, ranging from natural explanations like magnetic anomalies to more fantastical ideas like alien abductions, no one has been able to provide a definitive answer to the question of what is happening in this mysterious region. The Bermuda Triangle represents a lingering mystery in the heart of our world, a reminder that there are still forces at play on Earth that defy our understanding. What is it about this place that makes it a focal point for unexplained disappearances? Is there a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered, or are we simply looking for patterns in an otherwise random series of events? These are just a few examples of the mysteries that will unfold throughout this documentary. Each of them invites us to ask more questions than answers, questions that have lingered for centuries, unanswered and unresolved. It is this very uncertainty that keeps us coming back, as we yearn for answers but also appreciate the beauty of the mysteries themselves. The tension between the known and the unknown is what drives our curiosity and propels our quest for knowledge. As we begin this journey through some of the most intriguing mysteries that science has yet to figure out, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and the limitations of our own understanding. With each mystery we encounter, we are reminded that there is always more to discover, more to question, and more to wonder about. These mysteries are not just puzzles waiting to be solved. They're invitations to explore, to dream, and to question everything we think we know. As we explore the universe's greatest mysteries, let's embrace the uncertainty, for it is in the unknown that the true beauty of discovery lies. Through these mysteries, we will venture beyond the boundaries of our current knowledge, and perhaps, for a moment, step into the space where curiosity and wonder are all that remain. The journey ahead promises not just a search for answers, but an exploration of the very nature of mystery itself. And in the end, maybe that is the most intriguing mystery of all. As we gaze up at the night sky, the universe seems vast and infinite, a canvas painted with twinkling stars and distant galaxies. Yet, even as we peer into the great expanse, a profound paradox exists just beyond our reach. There is more to the universe than meets the eye, and what we can see, planets, stars, galaxies, nebulae, is but a fraction of the true cosmic landscape. The overwhelming majority of the universe remains invisible, shrouded in mystery, existing in forms we can neither touch nor comprehend. This is the realm of dark matter and dark energy, two cosmic forces that make up nearly 95% of the universe, yet remain completely undetectable by our senses. They are as invisible as they are elusive, and despite their overwhelming influence, they are perhaps the greatest mysteries in modern science. The concept of dark matter was first proposed in the 1930s by the Swiss astronomer Fritz Zwicky. While studying the Coma galaxy cluster, Zwicky noticed something strange. The galaxies within the cluster were moving much faster than they should have been based on the amount of visible matter, such as stars and gas, in the cluster. This discrepancy led him to hypothesize the existence of an unseen form of matter, which he called dark matter. According to Zwicky's theory, this invisible substance provided the necessary gravitational pull to keep the galaxies bound together, preventing them from flying apart due to their high velocities. Since then, the idea of dark matter has been supported by various other observations. One of the strongest pieces of evidence comes from the rotation curves of galaxies. When we observe the motion of stars within galaxies, we expect their speeds to slow down the farther they are from the galaxy's center, as the gravitational influence of visible matter weakens with distance. However, scientists have consistently found that stars on the outskirts of galaxies are moving far faster than expected. This observation suggests that there is additional unseen mass in the galaxy, exerting gravitational forces that keep the stars moving at high speeds. This mass, which cannot be seen directly, is believed to be dark matter. Yet, despite this compelling evidence, dark matter remains a mystery. Scientists have not been able to detect it directly using traditional methods, such as telescopes or particle detectors. We know it exists only through its gravitational effects on visible matter, but what dark matter is made of is still unknown. Many theories have been proposed over the years. Some suggest it could be composed of weakly interacting massive particles, WIMPs, which are hypothesized to be elusive subatomic particles that rarely interact with regular matter. Others propose that dark matter might be made of primordial black holes or other exotic forms of matter. But the truth remains hidden from us, and scientists are still left searching for a way to detect and study this elusive substance. Adding to the mystery of dark matter is the even more perplexing concept of dark energy. In the late 1990s, astronomers made an astounding discovery. The universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This was a shocking revelation, as it was previously believed that the gravitational pull of matter would slow the expansion over time. But the data from distant supernovae showed that the universe's expansion was speeding up, not slowing down. The cause of this acceleration was attributed to an unknown force, which was dubbed dark energy. Dark energy is believed to make up about 68% of the universe's total energy content, yet it remains entirely mysterious. Unlike dark matter, which exerts a gravitational pull on matter, dark energy is thought to have a repulsive effect, causing the universe to expand at an accelerating rate. This force is so powerful that it appears to be overcoming the gravitational attraction of galaxies, clusters of galaxies, and even dark matter itself. The discovery of dark energy has led to a dramatic shift in our understanding of the universe. It suggests that the expansion of the universe is not only continuing, but is also speeding up, pushing galaxies farther apart at an ever-increasing rate. One of the key questions surrounding dark energy is why it exists at all. The concept of dark energy has been described as one of the most profound and bizarre aspects of modern cosmology. Some scientists believe that dark energy could be a fundamental property of space itself, a feature inherent to the fabric of the universe. Others speculate that it might be the result of some unknown force or field that we have yet to detect. Regardless of its origin, dark energy's impact on the universe is undeniable. It is the driving force behind the accelerated expansion of the cosmos, and its effects are so significant that they have reshaped our entire understanding of the fate of the universe. Despite their profound impact on the universe, both dark matter and dark energy remain entirely invisible. Their existence is inferred only from their gravitational effects on visible matter and the structure of the universe itself. The fact that these two forces make up nearly 95% of the universe, and yet we cannot directly observe or measure them, raises fundamental questions about the limitations of human perception and scientific understanding. It forces us to confront the vastness of the unknown and the realization that much of the universe may always remain hidden from us. This paradox, the vastness of the universe filled with invisible forces, is a central theme in modern cosmology. It is a reminder that our understanding of the cosmos is still in its infancy, and that there are realms of reality that lie beyond the reach of our instruments and our theories. In many ways, dark matter and dark energy represent the boundaries of human knowledge, a place where science has yet to venture. They are the final frontiers of cosmic discovery, and they challenge us to rethink everything we thought we knew about the universe. As we look up at the night sky, we are reminded that the universe is not only far larger and more complex than we can imagine, but it is also far stranger. The cosmos is not a static, predictable place. It is a vast, dynamic system, full of mysteries that remain beyond our grasp. And as we continue to search for answers, we are left with a sense of wonder and humility, knowing that no matter how far we reach, there will always be more to discover. The cosmic paradox of dark matter and dark energy also serves as a reminder of the limits of human perception. Our senses are finely attuned to the physical world around us, but they are not equipped to detect the vast majority of the universe's contents. We rely on instruments, telescopes, particle accelerators, and sophisticated mathematical models to extend our senses beyond their natural limits. Yet, even with these tools, we are still blind to most of the universe's true nature. The reality of dark matter and dark energy challenges us to reconsider the very nature of existence. It asks us to contemplate a universe in which much of the fundamental fabric is hidden from view, and in doing so, it forces us to confront our place in the grand, mysterious expanse of the cosmos. As we continue our exploration of the universe, the paradox of dark matter and dark energy will remain at the forefront of scientific inquiry. These invisible forces may one day reveal their secrets, or they may forever elude our understanding. But as we strive to uncover the hidden truths of the cosmos, we are reminded that the search for answers is just as important as the answers themselves. For in the mysteries that remain unsolved, we find the inspiration to keep looking up, to keep asking questions, and to keep wondering about the vast, unexplored universe that surrounds us. The universe, vast and mysterious, stretches far beyond our comprehension. When we look up at the night sky, we see a stunning array of stars, planets, and galaxies, but what we perceive is only a fraction of the true nature of the cosmos. We are aware of the stars that burn brightly and the planets that orbit them, of the galaxies that swirl in majestic spirals, and of the nebulae that pulse with color and light. But the reality of the universe is far stranger and more complex than we can see with the naked eye, or even with our most advanced tools. A staggering 95% of the universe remains hidden from view, and yet it exerts a profound influence on everything we know. This unseen realm is home to two of the greatest mysteries in modern science: dark matter and dark energy. Both dark matter and dark energy are invisible forces that shape the universe on a cosmic scale, yet despite their massive presence, we have little understanding of what they truly are. They are as fundamental to the fabric of the cosmos as gravity and light, but remain frustratingly elusive. The story of how we came to discover them is one of scientific inquiry, observation, and the gradual realization that what we see is only a small piece of a far larger puzzle. These two forces have revolutionized our understanding of the universe, but at the same time, they have raised more questions than answers. The first of these two cosmic mysteries, dark matter, was introduced in the 1930s by Swiss astronomer Fritz Zwicky. While studying the Coma galaxy cluster, Zwicky noticed something puzzling. The galaxies within the cluster were moving much faster than expected based on the amount of visible matter, stars, gas, and dust present in the cluster. According to the laws of physics, the gravitational pull exerted by the visible matter should have slowed the galaxies down. But Zwicky observed that they were moving too quickly to stay together. The galaxies should have been flying apart, yet they remained bound within the cluster. This led him to propose the existence of an unseen form of matter that could provide the necessary gravitational pull to hold the galaxies together. He called it dark matter. At first, Zwicky's theory was met with skepticism, but over the decades, more and more evidence began to accumulate in support of dark matter's existence. One of the strongest pieces of evidence came from the study of galaxy rotation curves. When scientists observed how stars moved within galaxies, they noticed something strange. Stars located near the outskirts of galaxies were moving much faster than they should have been, based on the amount of visible matter in the galaxy. According to the laws of physics, the further a star is from the center of the galaxy, the slower its motion should be, because the gravitational pull from the galaxy's core would be weaker. Yet, observations showed that stars on the outer edges of galaxies were moving at unexpectedly high speeds, as if something invisible was holding them in place. The only explanation for this was the presence of dark matter, which was believed to exert a gravitational influence on the stars, keeping them moving at high velocities even far from the galaxy's center. This unseen mass was providing the extra gravitational pull needed to explain the observed motion. But despite this compelling evidence, dark matter remains an enigma. We cannot see it, touch it, or measure it directly. It does not emit, absorb, or reflect light, making it completely invisible to conventional telescopes. We know it exists only through its gravitational effects on visible matter. Yet, no one knows exactly what dark matter is made of. Some scientists speculate that it could be composed of exotic particles called weakly interacting massive particles, or WIMPs, which are hypothesized to interact very weakly with ordinary matter. Others have proposed that it might be made up of primordial black holes or other unknown forms of matter. But for now, dark matter remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of the universe. If dark matter is the invisible scaffolding that holds galaxies together, dark energy is the mysterious force that is causing the universe to expand at an accelerating rate. The discovery of dark energy came about in the late 1990s, when astronomers were studying the light from distant supernovae. These exploding stars are used as standard candles to measure distances in the universe, and by comparing their apparent brightness to their actual brightness, astronomers can calculate how far away they are. But when scientists observed the supernovae, they made a shocking discovery. The universe's expansion, which was thought to be slowing down due to the gravitational pull of matter, was actually speeding up. The galaxies were moving farther apart at an accelerating rate, and no one could explain why. This unexpected discovery led to the hypothesis that there must be some kind of force or energy that was driving the acceleration of the universe's expansion. This force was given the name dark energy. Unlike dark matter, which has a gravitational pull, dark energy seems to have a repulsive effect on the universe, causing galaxies to move away from each other at an ever-increasing rate. In fact, dark energy is thought to make up about 68% of the total energy content of the universe. Yet, despite its enormous influence, we know little about dark energy. Some scientists believe that it could be a property of space itself, a kind of vacuum energy that exists even in the emptiest regions of the cosmos. Others think it could be related to a field or force that has yet to be discovered. The truth about dark energy, like dark matter, remains elusive. What makes these two cosmic forces so perplexing is not just their invisibility, but their fundamental role in shaping the universe. Dark matter is the unseen glue that holds galaxies and galaxy clusters together, while dark energy is the force that drives the accelerated expansion of the universe. Together, they make up about 95% of the universe's total content, and yet we have no direct evidence of their nature. This cosmic paradox, where the majority of the universe is hidden from view, forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge and understanding. The more we learn about the universe, the more we realize how little we truly know. The discovery of dark matter and dark energy has upended our understanding of the cosmos, but has also highlighted the vastness of our ignorance. Even with our most advanced telescopes, particle accelerators, and mathematical models, there is so much we cannot yet grasp. The universe is not a simple, predictable place. It is a vast, dynamic system full of invisible forces and strange phenomena that challenge everything we thought we knew. These cosmic mysteries also remind us of the limitations of human perception. Our senses are finely tuned to detect light, sound, and physical matter, but they are not equipped to perceive the vast majority of the universe. We rely on instruments and scientific theories to extend our senses beyond their natural limits. But even with these tools, we are still blind to most of the universe's contents. Dark matter and dark energy are prime examples of how much there is still to discover. They are invisible to us, and yet they exert a profound influence on the universe's structure and evolution. This paradox forces us to reconsider the nature of reality itself. If most of the universe is hidden from view, how can we ever truly understand it? As we continue our search for answers, the mysteries of dark matter and dark energy will remain central to our understanding of the universe. These invisible forces may one day reveal their secrets, or they may forever elude us. But the pursuit of knowledge is not just about finding answers. It is also about embracing the unknown, about continuing to question and explore the limits of what we know. In the face of these cosmic paradoxes, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and the humility that comes with our place in it. The more we uncover, the more we realize how much remains hidden, waiting for us to discover, understand, and perhaps even one day explain. In the end, dark matter and dark energy are not just scientific concepts. They are reminders of the mysteries that lie beyond the grasp of human understanding. They are invitations to continue searching, to keep looking up at the stars and wondering what lies beyond the darkness. For in that very darkness lies the potential for discovery, for growth, and for a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. And perhaps, in the vast expanse of the unknown, we will find the answers to some of the most profound questions that have haunted humanity for centuries. The question of whether we are alone in the universe has intrigued humanity for millennia. From ancient civilizations that gazed at the stars with wonder, to modern scientists searching for signals from distant planets, the idea that life may exist beyond Earth has captivated our collective imagination. As we peer into the cosmos, we are confronted with a vast and seemingly infinite expanse. There are billions of stars in our galaxy alone, many of them with planets orbiting them, some of which lie in what we call the habitable zone, where conditions might allow life to thrive. Given these enormous odds, one would think that the question of extraterrestrial life would already be answered. Yet, despite the scientific advances of the past century, the search for alien life remains one of the greatest mysteries of our time. For much of history, humanity's understanding of life beyond Earth was confined to mythology and speculation. The ancient Greeks, for instance, believed in the possibility of other worlds, with philosophers like Anaximander proposing that life could exist on other planets. But it wasn't until the 20th century that the idea of extraterrestrial life began to be taken seriously by the scientific community. The birth of modern astronomy, with the invention of telescopes and the discovery of new planets, opened up new possibilities for understanding the universe. And as our knowledge of the cosmos expanded, so did our realization that Earth might not be the only planet capable of supporting life. The search for extraterrestrial life can be divided into two main approaches: the search for microbial life on other planets and the search for intelligent civilizations capable of communicating with us. The first approach is grounded in the study of planets and moons within our own solar system. For decades, scientists have focused on planets like Mars, Venus, and the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn, all of which may harbor the conditions necessary for life, at least in some form. Mars, in particular, has been a major focus of exploration, as evidence suggests that the red planet once had liquid water on its surface. The discovery of ancient riverbeds and signs of past volcanic activity suggests that Mars may have been habitable billions of years ago, and perhaps even supported microbial life. In recent years, space missions to Mars have provided compelling evidence that life may have existed on the planet in its distant past. Rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance have analyzed the Martian soil and atmosphere, looking for signs of past or present microbial life. While no definitive evidence has yet been found, the search continues, with scientists hoping that future missions will uncover the secrets buried beneath the planet's surface. Similarly, the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, such as Europa and Enceladus, have sparked excitement due to the discovery of vast underground oceans beneath their icy crusts. If these oceans are in contact with rocky seafloors, they could provide the perfect environment for life to flourish, protected from the harsh conditions of the surface. In these distant worlds, the conditions for life may be completely different from those on Earth, yet still capable of supporting living organisms. While the search for microbial life on other planets remains a tantalizing possibility, the search for intelligent extraterrestrial life presents a far greater challenge. The idea of communicating with alien civilizations is one of the most profound and complex questions humanity has ever faced. For centuries, we have looked to the stars and wondered if there are other beings out there, beings capable of technology, culture, and perhaps even communication. The search for such civilizations has been the focus of the scientific field known as SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which uses radio telescopes and other instruments to scan the skies for signals that might indicate the presence of intelligent life. One of the most famous attempts to make contact with extraterrestrial civilizations came in 1974, when scientists sent a message into space using the Arecibo radio telescope. The message, known as the Arecibo message, was a binary code designed to convey information about humanity and our place in the universe. It included a depiction of the human form, a diagram of the solar system, and a brief explanation of the basic structure of DNA. The hope was that if any advanced civilizations were listening, they would be able to decode the message and respond. However, despite decades of searching, SETI has yet to detect any confirmed signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. This silence, often referred to as the Fermi paradox, is a central mystery in the search for alien life. If the universe is so vast and filled with billions of potentially habitable planets, why haven't we heard from anyone? The Fermi paradox raises a number of intriguing possibilities. One explanation is that intelligent civilizations are simply too far apart in both time and space for communication to be feasible. The vast distances between stars, coupled with the immense timescales involved in the rise and fall of civilizations, could mean that we are too early or too late to make contact. Another possibility is that intelligent civilizations are deliberately avoiding contact. This idea is encapsulated in the zoo hypothesis, which suggests that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are aware of us, but are choosing not to interfere with our development, much like we observe animals in a zoo without disturbing them. Perhaps we are simply not ready to meet other civilizations, or they may be waiting for us to prove our maturity before making contact. There is also the possibility that alien civilizations might be communicating with us in ways we do not yet understand. Perhaps their technology is so advanced that it is beyond our comprehension, or their methods of communication are entirely different from our own. This raises the question of whether we are looking for the right kind of signals in the first place. For example, if extraterrestrial civilizations are using forms of communication beyond radio waves, such as lasers or quantum entanglement, we may be missing the signals entirely. The vastness of the cosmos and the limitations of our technology make it incredibly difficult to detect alien signals, and the longer we search, the more we begin to wonder if we're simply not looking in the right places. Despite the lack of evidence for intelligent extraterrestrial life, the search continues, driven by the belief that the discovery of alien life would be one of the most profound events in human history. It would not only answer one of the greatest questions we have ever asked, but would also force us to reconsider our place in the universe. Are we truly alone, or are we just one of countless intelligent species scattered throughout the cosmos? The implications of such a discovery are staggering, touching on everything from philosophy and religion to the future of human civilization. As we continue to search the stars, we are confronted with both the promise of discovery and the possibility of solitude. The silence of the cosmos is both unsettling and fascinating, as it leaves us to wonder whether we are the first and only civilization to reach the stars, or whether there are others out there waiting to make contact. This mystery, whether we are alone in the universe, remains one of the most profound and unanswered questions in science. And as we gaze into the vast expanse of space, we are reminded that the answers we seek may be much farther away than we can imagine. The search for extraterrestrial life is not just a quest for discovery, but a journey into the unknown, where every answer raises new questions and every signal from the stars leaves us yearning for more. There are places on Earth that seem to hold more mystery than others. Places where the rules of nature appear to be bent, where the boundaries between the known and the unknown blur. Among the most infamous of these locations is the Bermuda Triangle, a stretch of ocean that has been the site of countless disappearances of ships, aircraft, and even entire crews. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, covers an area roughly between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, encompassing a vast expanse of the North Atlantic. This area has earned a reputation for being a region where strange occurrences unfold and where objects seemingly vanish without a trace. But what is it about this particular place that makes it so prone to these baffling incidents? The first recorded mystery of the Bermuda Triangle dates back to the 19th century, but it wasn't until the 1940s that the area began to gain international attention. In December of 1945, 5 U.S. Navy bombers, collectively known as Flight 19, disappeared during a training mission over the Triangle. The planes, under the command of Lieutenant Charles Taylor, lost contact with ground control during their flight and were never seen again. Despite an extensive search, no wreckage or bodies were found, and the disappearance of Flight 19 has remained one of the most enduring mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Shortly after the disappearance of Flight 19, a rescue plane sent to search for the missing bombers also vanished without a trace, further deepening the mystery. Over the years, the Bermuda Triangle has been linked to countless other disappearances. In 1950, 2 commercial aircraft, the DC-3 and the Star Tiger, disappeared within months of each other while flying over the region. These incidents were followed by a string of other mysterious disappearances throughout the mid-20th century, many involving aircraft, but also ships and even private vessels. The mysterious nature of these disappearances captured the public's imagination, and soon the Bermuda Triangle became synonymous with danger and the unknown. It wasn't just the lost ships and planes that drew attention. The idea that something extraordinary might be at work, whether it be a strange weather phenomenon, magnetic anomalies, or even extraterrestrial involvement, began to circulate in the public consciousness. What makes the Bermuda Triangle so compelling is not just the sheer number of disappearances, but the eerie circumstances surrounding many of them. In many cases, the missing vessels or aircraft were in communication with air traffic control or other ships before vanishing. The crews reported strange, unexplained phenomena during their final moments, sometimes describing unusual weather patterns, strange compass readings, or instruments malfunctioning in ways that seemed impossible. These reports fueled speculations about what might be causing these strange events. Some theorists believe that the Bermuda Triangle might be home to sudden, intense storms that appear without warning, creating dangerous conditions that can easily overwhelm even the most experienced navigators. One of the most popular explanations for the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle is the idea of magnetic anomalies that affect the compasses of ships and planes. It is believed that in certain areas of the triangle, the magnetic field of the Earth behaves in unusual ways, causing compasses to malfunction and disorient pilots and sailors. In the past, sailors and pilots have reported that their compasses suddenly began to spin uncontrollably, leading them to lose their sense of direction. According to this theory, the magnetic anomalies could cause navigational errors that lead vessels off course, into dangerous waters, or even into storms, which could result in their disappearance. Another theory is that the Bermuda Triangle is prone to sudden, intense storms that form without warning. Some researchers suggest that powerful microbursts, small but extremely powerful downdrafts of air, can occur in the region, creating violent storms capable of sinking ships and bringing down aircraft. These microbursts, which can occur in a matter of seconds, are capable of generating winds up to 170 miles per hour, enough to cause massive damage. The fact that these storms can form and dissipate so quickly might explain why many of the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle occur without any warning. The mystery surrounding these storms is compounded by the fact that they seem to appear suddenly, often without any evidence of their presence before they strike. There are, however, theories that venture far beyond natural explanations. Some have speculated that the Bermuda Triangle is home to ancient technology or even extraterrestrial influence. According to this idea, the region might be the site of some sort of alien base or portal, where spacecraft or otherworldly forces cause the disappearances of ships and aircraft. These theories are bolstered by the mysterious nature of the Triangle's events, which seem to defy the laws of nature and logic. Some even suggest that the Bermuda Triangle could be a vortex or rift in space-time, a place where the very fabric of reality itself is distorted, causing objects to vanish without a trace. Other theories focus on the presence of underwater anomalies that could be responsible for the disappearances. The Bermuda Triangle is home to some of the deepest parts of the Atlantic Ocean, and it is believed that massive underwater trenches and mountains lie hidden beneath the surface. Some researchers speculate that large methane gas deposits exist in these depths, and that periodic eruptions of methane bubbles could cause sudden changes in the water's density. If these bubbles were to reach the surface, they could cause ships to sink almost instantaneously. Similarly, these gas bubbles could cause disturbances in the air, leading to plane crashes. While this theory has not been definitively proven, it remains one of the more plausible explanations for some of the strange phenomena in the area. Despite the numerous theories put forward to explain the Bermuda Triangle, there is no definitive answer to the mystery. Some scientists argue that many of the disappearances can be attributed to natural causes, storms, navigational errors, and even human error. After all, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the most heavily traveled regions in the world, with thousands of ships and planes passing through it each year. Statistically speaking, the number of incidents in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other parts of the world. Many of the alleged disappearances, according to skeptics, have been exaggerated or misreported, and many of the stories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle are simply myths and legends. However, even with these rational explanations, the Bermuda Triangle continues to fascinate and intrigue. There is something inherently unsettling about the idea of a place where so many ships and planes have vanished without explanation. The stories of crew members who reported strange phenomena before their disappearance, the unexplained malfunctions of navigational instruments, and the eerie calm of the ocean waters all contribute to the sense that something beyond our understanding is at work. The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle serves as a reminder that there are still parts of our world that remain shrouded in mystery, places where even the most rational minds can't fully explain what happens. The Bermuda Triangle, with its history of strange disappearances and unexplained phenomena, continues to be a symbol of the unknown. Whether the cause of the mysterious events lies in natural forces, human error, or something more extraordinary, the Triangle remains one of the most enduring and captivating mysteries of our time. Its reputation as a place where reality seems to blur, where the laws of nature may not apply, draws us in, inviting us to explore the boundaries of what we know and to contemplate the mysteries that may lie beyond our understanding. Even in the face of science's best efforts to explain it, the Bermuda Triangle remains an enigma, an area where the unknown persists, just as mysterious and elusive as the waves that roll endlessly over its waters. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 remains one of the most puzzling and tragic mysteries of the modern era. On March 8, 2014, the Boeing 777, en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, vanished without a trace while cruising at 35,000 feet over the South China Sea. Less than an hour after takeoff, the aircraft made its last communication with air traffic control, and then, inexplicably, it was gone. Despite the massive international search that followed, spanning vast areas of ocean and involving thousands of personnel and advanced technologies, the plane's wreckage was found only years later, and many crucial questions remain unanswered. The mystery of Flight MH370 continues to captivate and haunt the public imagination, with theories ranging from hijacking to technical failure, and even more bizarre explanations involving conspiracies and alien involvement. In the initial hours after Flight 370's disappearance, authorities assumed it was a simple case of a tragic accident. However, as days turned into weeks, and then months, the disappearance grew increasingly complex. The flight's transponder, a crucial device that communicates the plane's position and speed, was shut off, and the aircraft turned sharply westward, deviating far from its planned route. This dramatic change in course, combined with the absence of distress signals or any communication from the crew, immediately sparked theories that something was amiss. The plane, with 239 people on board, was now somewhere in the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, and there was no clear reason for why it had vanished. What made the disappearance even more bewildering was the detection of a series of pings from the plane's satellite communication system, which were registered by a satellite ground station in the days following the flight's loss. These pings indicated that Flight MH370 remained airborne for several hours after losing contact with air traffic control. This discovery raised more questions than answers. If the plane was still flying, where was it heading? Why had no one been able to find it? The search efforts focused on a remote area of the southern Indian Ocean, based on a theory that the plane had crashed after running out of fuel, but this vast search proved to be a frustrating and costly endeavor. The area being searched was one of the most remote places on Earth, making it a nearly impossible task to find the wreckage, even with advanced sonar technology. In July 2015, a piece of the aircraft's wing, known as a flaperon, was discovered on the shores of Réunion Island, a French territory in the Indian Ocean. This was the first physical evidence that Flight MH370 had indeed crashed into the ocean, but it raised more questions than answers. The discovery confirmed that the plane had gone down somewhere in the Indian Ocean, but the specific location of the wreckage remained unknown. The international search expanded to include more oceanic areas, but it was like searching for a needle in a haystack, and the mystery seemed to deepen with each passing year. Theories about the fate of Flight 370 have been as varied as they are speculative. Some suggest that a mechanical failure, such as an electrical fire or a catastrophic malfunction of the plane's systems, caused the plane to veer off course and crash. Others speculate that the plane was hijacked, either by one of the crew members or by an external party, and flown to a remote location. One of the most chilling theories proposes that the plane's pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, intentionally crashed the plane in a deliberate act of suicide, taking everyone on board with him. This theory is based on the assumption that the plane's course was altered intentionally by the pilot, but no definitive evidence has ever been found to confirm this. There are also more fantastical theories that have captured the public's imagination. Some have suggested that the plane was the victim of a mysterious technological malfunction that allowed it to disappear into another dimension or parallel universe. Others have posited that the plane was hijacked by a foreign government or terrorist organization, with the aim of using it for some unknown purpose. A small subset of people even believe that extraterrestrials were involved in the plane's disappearance, suggesting that the plane was taken by alien forces for reasons that are beyond human comprehension. While these theories remain on the fringe, they reflect the degree of mystery and confusion surrounding Flight MH370's disappearance. The official investigation, led by the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, ATSB, focused on the theory that the plane had run out of fuel and crashed into the southern Indian Ocean. Based on the satellite pings and the limited wreckage found, investigators mapped out a seventh arcade, a theoretical flight path that the plane may have taken before its final descent. This search, which became one of the largest and most expensive in aviation history, ultimately failed to locate the wreckage. In 2018, after searching more than 120,000 square kilometers of ocean, the Australian government declared the search suspended. The lack of conclusive findings left many families and investigators frustrated, as they were no closer to understanding what had happened. The lack of answers has led to an ongoing sense of unease and speculation. For the families of the passengers and crew, the disappearance of Flight MH370 is not just a mystery. It is an open wound that has never fully healed. Without closure or an explanation for why their loved ones disappeared, they are left in a state of perpetual uncertainty. For the aviation world, the disappearance has prompted a reevaluation of safety protocols and communication technologies, with new procedures being implemented to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. While the search for Flight MH370 has officially ended, the mystery surrounding its disappearance remains unsolved. Theories continue to circulate, and people around the world remain fascinated by the unanswered questions. How could a modern airliner, with all of its advanced technology and systems, simply vanish without a trace? What could have caused such an inexplicable event? Was it a tragic accident, a deliberate act, or something more sinister? These questions, and the lack of answers, have turned the story of Flight MH370 into one of the most enduring and enigmatic mysteries of our time. The disappearance of Flight MH370 is a reminder that, despite our advancements in technology and our understanding of the world, there are still places and events that lie beyond our grasp. It forces us to confront the limits of human knowledge and the mysteries that remain just out of reach. As long as the wreckage remains hidden and the true cause of the disaster remains unknown, the mystery will continue to haunt us, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the vastness of the unknown. In the end, the disappearance of Flight MH370 is not just an aviation mystery. It is a human tragedy, one that raises deep questions about the nature of life, death, and the pursuit of answers in an often unfathomable world. The mystery may one day be solved, but until then, it will remain one of the most unsettling and enigmatic stories in modern history. A case where the line between fact and fiction is often difficult to discern, and where the truth seems to slip further and further out of reach with each passing year. Hidden beneath the arid skies of southern Peru lies one of the most extraordinary and enigmatic sights on Earth, the Nazca Lines. These vast, intricate geoglyphs, carved into the desert floor over 2,000 years ago, stretch for miles and form patterns that can only be fully appreciated from the air. Yet, despite their age and prominence, the true purpose behind these massive designs remains shrouded in mystery. Were the Nazca Lines created as a form of religious expression, or were they designed to communicate with extraterrestrial beings? The possibilities range from the highly plausible to the wildly speculative, and no one theory has been definitively proven, leaving the Nazca Lines as one of the most captivating mysteries of ancient civilization. The Nazca Lines were first discovered in the early 20th century, but it wasn't until the advent of aerial photography that their true scale and complexity were revealed. These giant figures, which include stylized animals, human shapes, and geometric patterns, cover an area of nearly 500 square kilometers. Some of the most famous figures include a giant monkey, a hummingbird, and a spider, each crafted with remarkable precision and detail. The lines vary in size, with some of the longest stretching over 1,000 feet, and are often created by removing the top layer of red stones and exposing the lighter-colored earth beneath. The sheer scale of the lines and the complexity of their design have puzzled scholars for decades. One of the most striking aspects of the Nazca Lines is the fact that many of them are only fully visible from the sky. From the ground, the lines appear as shallow grooves in the earth, barely noticeable and easily overlooked. It's only when viewed from an aerial perspective that their true form emerges, a vast canvas of intricate and precise drawings etched into the desert landscape. This raises the first question: why would the Nazca people, who did not have access to aircraft or modern surveying techniques, create such vast, intricate designs that could only be appreciated from a vantage point high above? Was it a symbolic gesture meant to be seen by the gods or by celestial beings, or was there another, more practical purpose behind the lines? One of the most widely accepted theories is that the Nazca Lines had a religious or ceremonial purpose. The Nazca people, who lived in the region from approximately 100 BCE to 800 CE, were known for their advanced knowledge of astronomy and their religious devotion to the gods. Some researchers believe that the lines were created as part of rituals or offerings to the gods, with the designs possibly representing constellations, celestial events, or mythological figures. The alignment of some of the lines with the movement of the sun, moon, and stars has led many scholars to suggest that the Nazca people used the lines as a form of astronomical observatory. The figures might have served as markers for solstices, equinoxes, or other significant celestial events, helping the Nazca people track time and align their agricultural activities with the cycles of the heavens. In this view, the Nazca lines could have been part of a larger, complex ritual system. Some lines form intricate patterns that seem to converge at certain points, which could have been used for ceremonies or pilgrimages. Other researchers have suggested that the lines were a form of water worship, as the Nazca region is a desert, and water was a scarce and precious resource. The lines might have been intended to attract rain or to honor water deities, reflecting the Nazca people's reliance on irrigation systems to sustain their crops. The vast figures might have been intended as a way of communicating with the gods, offering a visual representation of their devotion and their prayers for fertility and rain. While the religious and ceremonial theories remain the most widely accepted, there are other, more controversial ideas that have captured the public's imagination. One of the most popular theories is that the Nazca lines were created as a form of communication with extraterrestrial beings. This hypothesis, often associated with the ancient astronaut theory, posits that the lines were made as a way to send messages to visitors from other planets. According to proponents of this theory, the vast and intricate designs could only have been intended for beings who had the ability to view them from the air or from space. Some even suggest that the lines were created as landing strips for alien spacecraft, with the designs serving as navigational markers for extraterrestrials. The idea of extraterrestrial involvement is largely based on the fact that the Nazca people, with their limited technological tools, could not have been capable of creating such elaborate and precise figures without some form of external assistance. The sheer scale of the designs and the precision required to create them has led some to question how the Nazca people could have accomplished such feats without the benefit of advanced technology. Some believe that the lines are too perfect to be purely human creations, and that their purpose might have been to communicate with beings from another world. While this theory remains highly speculative, it has captured the imagination of many and has contributed to the mystique of the Nazca lines. Another intriguing theory suggests that the Nazca lines were created as part of a vast system of energy or ley lines, mystical paths believed to carry the Earth's energy. According to this theory, the lines could be part of a global network of sacred sites that harness the planet's natural energy fields. The idea that certain geographical locations are connected by invisible lines of energy has been a topic of speculation for centuries, and some researchers believe that the Nazca lines might be one such example. Proponents of this theory argue that the lines were constructed along a system of ley lines to tap into the Earth's energy, with the figures serving as markers for these power points. While these more esoteric theories continue to captivate those interested in the paranormal and the unexplained, they remain highly speculative and unsupported by concrete evidence. The more grounded, conventional theories, such as the religious and astronomical explanations, continue to dominate academic research on the Nazca lines. However, the mystery of the lines remains far from solved, and as new technologies and techniques become available, researchers continue to study the site in hopes of uncovering more clues about its true purpose. One of the biggest challenges in understanding the Nazca lines is the lack of written record from the Nazca civilization. Unlike the ancient Egyptians or Mesopotamians, who left behind detailed records of their beliefs and practices, the Nazca people left no written documentation. This has made it difficult for scholars to fully understand the significance of the lines and their role in Nazca society. Much of what we know about the Nazca culture comes from archaeological sites, artifacts, and the lines themselves, leaving a great deal open to interpretation. The mystery of the Nazca lines is also complicated by the fact that the region is fragile and vulnerable to human activity. The lines have been damaged by natural forces like earthquakes and erosion, as well as by human activity, including illegal excavation and the construction of roads. Efforts to preserve the lines and protect them from further damage have been ongoing for decades, but the future of this ancient wonder remains uncertain. With climate change and growing tourism, the Nazca Lines face ongoing threats, and it is uncertain how long they will remain intact. As we continue to explore the Nazca Lines, the mystery surrounding their origin, purpose, and meaning remains unresolved. Whether they were created as a form of religious devotion, a communication with extraterrestrial beings, or part of a larger system of energy, the Nazca Lines continue to fascinate and intrigue. They are a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the ancient Nazca people, and their enduring mystery serves as a reminder that, even in the modern world, there are still places where the line between the known and the unknown remains blurred. The Nazca Lines, with their scale, precision, and enigmatic purpose, continue to captivate those who seek answers to the great mysteries of our past. The Voynich manuscript is widely regarded as one of the most perplexing and enigmatic texts in the history of cryptography and linguistics. Discovered in 1912 by a rare book dealer named Wilfred Voynich, this centuries-old manuscript has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and historians for more than a century. What makes the manuscript so extraordinary is that it contains no recognizable language or script, no clear meaning, and no clue as to its origins or purpose. The book is filled with intricate, beautifully drawn illustrations of strange plants, bizarre astronomical charts, and human figures engaged in mysterious activities, all accompanied by a series of symbols and characters that appear to form a unique, unknown language. Despite countless attempts by experts around the world, the meaning of the Voynich manuscript remains elusive. The manuscript itself is a large, leather-bound book consisting of 240 pages, though it is believed to have originally contained more. The text is written in an unfamiliar script that does not resemble any known alphabet or writing system. The characters in the manuscript do not appear to correlate with any existing languages, either ancient or modern. Over the years, various theories have been proposed about the nature of the script, ranging from the idea that it is a sophisticated cipher to the suggestion that it is a constructed language created for an unknown purpose. Despite years of study, no one has been able to decode the manuscript, and its origins remain a mystery. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Voynich manuscript is its illustrations. The book contains detailed drawings of plants, many of which do not appear to correspond to any known species of plant on Earth. These strange, unidentified plants have led to numerous theories about the manuscript's purpose. Some have speculated that the plants are entirely fictional, created by an unknown author to convey symbolic or metaphorical meanings. Others have suggested that the plants might have been real, but unknown to modern botany at the time the manuscript was written. Some even believe that the plants depicted in the manuscript might have had mystical or alchemical significance, linking the manuscript to esoteric traditions or ancient knowledge. In addition to the plant illustrations, the Voynich manuscript also contains a series of astronomical diagrams, depicting the stars, moons, and constellations in ways that are not easily understood. Some of the diagrams suggest an advanced understanding of astronomy, while others appear to be entirely fantastical, representing celestial bodies in abstract or surreal ways. These illustrations have led some researchers to propose that the manuscript could be related to some form of astrological or cosmic knowledge, perhaps from a civilization that had an entirely different understanding of the universe. Others believe that the astronomical charts may serve as a form of coded language, representing ideas or concepts in a symbolic way. Perhaps the most perplexing illustrations in the Voynich manuscript are those that depict human figures engaged in strange activities. These figures are often shown interacting with bizarre plants, performing ritualistic gestures, or using strange mechanical devices. Some of the human figures are depicted in a seemingly naked state, while others are shown with elaborate clothing or in poses that suggest some form of ritual or ceremonial activity. These images have led to a variety of interpretations, ranging from the suggestion that the manuscript contains alchemical or medical knowledge, to the theory that it might be a religious or occult text designed for a specific group of initiates. Some believe that the manuscript is a medical treatise, describing herbal remedies and healing practices that were once known but have since been lost to history. Others speculate that it could be a magical or occult text, containing the secrets of an ancient society that sought to preserve hidden knowledge. For many years, the Voynich manuscript was regarded as nothing more than an oddity, a peculiar artifact that defied understanding. But with the advent of modern cryptography and computational methods, a new wave of interest in the manuscript emerged in the late 20th century. Scholars began using computer algorithms and statistical analysis to search for patterns in the text, hoping that advances in technology might offer a breakthrough. Despite these efforts, however, the manuscript's language has remained undeciphered. Some cryptographers have suggested that the manuscript could be a hoax, a clever cipher that has never been meant to be cracked. However, this theory has been met with skepticism, as the complexity of the manuscript's design and the consistency of its structure suggest that it is unlikely to be a modern forgery. Another theory posits that the manuscript was created by an unknown medieval scholar or alchemist who devised the language and symbols as a form of private or secret communication. This would explain why the manuscript appears to have been written in such an arcane and inaccessible script. It is possible that the manuscript was intended to serve as a personal diary or notebook, containing esoteric knowledge that was not meant to be understood by anyone else. If this theory is correct, then the manuscript's true meaning may never be known, as it was not intended for public consumption. Some have also speculated that the manuscript could be connected to the idea of a lost civilization or a forgotten language. There's a recurring theme in the study of the Voynich manuscript that it may represent the remnants of a culture or civilization that has been lost to history. The manuscript could be a relic of an ancient people who possessed knowledge far beyond what is known to modern historians. Some even suggest that the manuscript is an artifact from an extraterrestrial civilization, with the unusual script and symbols representing a form of communication that is not human in origin. This theory, though highly speculative, reflects the sense of awe and mystery that surrounds the manuscript and its contents. Despite the many attempts to crack its code, the Voynich manuscript continues to resist all efforts at decipherment. In recent years, however, advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning have breathed new life into the search for answers. Researchers have applied algorithms designed to detect linguistic patterns to the manuscript's text, hoping that artificial intelligence might reveal hidden clues that were overlooked by human cryptographers. While these efforts have yielded some interesting results, no definitive breakthrough has yet been made. The ongoing mystery of the Voynich manuscript has captivated not only cryptographers and historians, but also the general public. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and theories, each offering a new perspective on its origins and purpose. The manuscript's status as an uncrackable code has made it a symbol of the limits of human understanding, a reminder that there are still things in the world that cannot be easily explained or understood. It serves as a testament to the complexities of human creativity, the persistence of mystery, and the enduring allure of the unknown. In the end, the Voynich manuscript stands as one of the most enduring puzzles of history. Whether it is a coded message, a lost language, a hoax, or something else entirely, the manuscript continues to fascinate and intrigue, its secrets hidden away in the pages of a book that refuses to yield its meaning. As long as it remains undeciphered, the Voynich manuscript will remain one of the greatest mysteries of our time, a symbol of the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension and the endless pursuit of knowledge that drives us to uncover the unknown. Stonehenge is one of the most iconic and mysterious monuments in the world. Its towering stones, placed in a vast circle on the Salisbury Plain in southern England, have stood for over 4,000 years, weathered by time, and yet remarkably intact. Despite its fame, the purpose behind Stonehenge remains one of the greatest mysteries in archaeology. Was it a site for religious rituals? An astronomical observatory? A burial ground? Or perhaps something even more extraordinary? Over the centuries, the purpose of Stonehenge has given rise to various theories, yet no definitive explanation has ever been agreed upon. The monument's sheer scale, its precise alignment with the movements of the sun, and the complexity of its construction continue to challenge our understanding of prehistoric life and belief systems. The first stone circle at Stonehenge was erected around 3000 BCE, and the site has undergone several stages of construction and modification over the centuries. The most well-known aspect of Stonehenge is its arrangement of standing stones, many of which weigh several tons and are arranged in a circle. The most striking feature of these stones is their alignment with the movements of the sun, particularly during the summer and winter solstices. On the summer solstice, the sun rises directly over the heel stone, which stands outside the circle, casting its first light onto the monument. This alignment suggests that Stonehenge was designed with an astronomical purpose in mind, but the specific nature of this purpose remains unclear. One of the most widely accepted theories is that Stonehenge was used as an astronomical observatory. The precise alignment of the stones with the sun's movements indicates that the builders had a sophisticated understanding of the solar calendar. Many scholars believe that Stonehenge was used to mark the passage of time, helping people track the seasons, predict agricultural cycles, and determine the best times for planting and harvesting crops. The alignment of the monument with the solstices, when the sun reaches its highest or lowest points in the sky, suggests that it played an important role in the seasonal rituals of ancient peoples. The sun was likely worshipped as a god or a symbol of fertility, and Stonehenge may have served as a place of reverence for these celestial cycles. But if Stonehenge was simply an astronomical calendar, why would it have been built with such monumental effort and complexity? The sheer scale of the stones and the difficulty of transporting them from distant quarries raises questions about the motivation behind its construction. The largest stones at Stonehenge, known as the sarsens, weigh as much as 40 tons, and they were transported from a quarry located about 20 miles away. The smaller blue stones were carried from a much greater distance, likely from the Preseli Hills in Wales, some 150 miles away. The effort required to move and erect these stones, combined with the precision of their arrangement, suggests that the construction of Stonehenge was a major undertaking, perhaps involving thousands of workers. This raises the question, was it worth the immense effort to build a mere calendar, or was there some deeper significance to the monument? One possibility is that Stonehenge served as a religious site, perhaps dedicated to the worship of ancestors or gods associated with the sun, moon, and stars. Some archaeologists believe that the site may have been a place of pilgrimage, where people gathered to perform rituals and ceremonies related to death, rebirth, and the cycles of nature. The alignment of the stones with the sun and the moon could have held religious significance, with the changing positions of celestial bodies symbolizing the eternal cycle of life and death. Some of the earliest burial sites at Stonehenge, which date back to the time of its construction, include the remains of individuals who were likely important figures in the society. These burials suggest that the site was not only a place of worship, but also a burial ground for those of high status. Additionally, some theories propose that Stonehenge may have been used for healing or as a place of ritualistic healing practices. The blue stones, in particular, have been associated with mystical properties, and it is believed by some that these stones may have had healing powers. This theory is bolstered by the discovery of ancient human remains in the vicinity of Stonehenge, suggesting that people may have come to the site seeking relief from ailments. The idea that the monument was a place for both spiritual and physical healing adds another layer of intrigue to its purpose. As research on Stonehenge has progressed, more evidence has emerged that points to the possibility of the site being a symbol of power and unity for ancient communities. The effort required to build the monument may have been a way of demonstrating the collective strength and organization of a tribe or group. Constructing such a monumental structure would have required significant coordination and collaboration, and the project may have served as a means of bringing together different communities for a common cause. Stonehenge, in this context, could have been a physical manifestation of the social and political power of the people who built it, serving as a symbol of their unity and their ability to manipulate the natural world. Another theory is that Stonehenge had a more mystical or occult purpose, and that it served as a site for rituals involving sacred geometry, magic, or the forces of the earth. In this view, the monument's precise alignments and the careful placement of stones could have been intended to harness spiritual or cosmic energy. Some researchers have suggested that the geometry of Stonehenge reflects an advanced understanding of sacred numbers and proportions, similar to those found in ancient Egyptian and Greek architecture. These mystical ideas about the purpose of Stonehenge often draw upon the belief that ancient peoples possessed knowledge and wisdom that has since been lost to history. Some even argue that the site was part of a larger network of sacred sites, all connected by ley lines, which are thought to be lines of Earth's energy. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the mystery of Stonehenge is the ongoing debate about who built it and why. While much of the evidence points to the ancient Britons, some researchers have suggested that other cultures, such as the ancient Egyptians or even aliens, may have been involved in its construction. The idea that ancient peoples possessed knowledge and abilities far beyond what we understand today is a powerful and intriguing notion, one that continues to captivate the imagination of both scholars and the general public. The possibility that Stonehenge might be part of a larger, lost civilization adds another layer of mystery to the monument. In recent years, new technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and 3D imaging, have allowed archaeologists to explore Stonehenge in ways that were once unimaginable. These advances have led to new discoveries, such as the identification of a previously unknown set of stones and the discovery of a hidden structure beneath the surface. While these findings have shed more light on the monument, they have also raised more questions, deepening the mystery of Stonehenge even further. It is clear that, while much has been learned, much more remains to be discovered. The mystery of Stonehenge is not just about understanding the purpose of the monument itself, but also about understanding the people who built it. The monument offers a glimpse into the beliefs, knowledge, and social organization of the ancient world. Stonehenge, with its massive stones and intricate design, continues to stand as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of ancient peoples. Whether it was a site of religious worship, an astronomical observatory, or something else entirely, Stonehenge remains one of the greatest mysteries of human history, a place where the past meets the unknown and where the boundary between history and myth continues to blur. The legend of Atlantis has captivated the imagination for thousands of years, inspiring countless theories, stories, and expeditions in search of a long-lost civilization. According to ancient texts, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced island nation that existed around 9,000 years before the time of Plato, the philosopher who first mentioned it. Atlantis was said to be an idyllic and technologically sophisticated society, ruled by kings who were descended from the gods themselves. Yet, despite its grandeur, Atlantis allegedly met a sudden and catastrophic demise, sinking into the ocean in a single day and night of catastrophic events. Was Atlantis a real place, or merely a fantastical myth designed to illustrate a moral lesson? The mystery surrounding Atlantis remains one of the greatest and most enduring puzzles of history. The first recorded mention of Atlantis appears in Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BC. In these works, Plato describes the island of Atlantis as a vast and powerful civilization that existed about 9,000 years before his time. Atlantis was said to be an island larger than Libya and Asia Minor combined, situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the modern Strait of Gibraltar. The Atlanteans were described as an advanced people possessing immense wealth, advanced technology, and extraordinary architectural achievements. The city of Atlantis was said to be arranged in concentric rings of land and water, with a grand temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea, at its center. The Atlanteans were prosperous, living in harmony with nature and practicing impressive feats of engineering. But their eventual downfall came when they became corrupt, greedy, and power-hungry. According to Plato, the gods decided to punish the Atlanteans for their moral decline. In a single, cataclysmic event. The island was engulfed by the sea, sinking into the ocean in a day and night of earthquakes and floods. After the fall of Atlantis, the island vanished without a trace, leaving only myth and legend in its wake. Plato's story of Atlantis has since been interpreted in many ways, but its core narrative, the rise and fall of a great civilization, destroyed by its own moral failings, has resonated through history. For centuries, scholars have debated whether Atlantis was based on real historical events or whether it was purely a work of fiction. Plato himself stated that his account was based on the teachings of Egyptian priests, who allegedly described the island as a real place. But the details in Plato's dialogues have led some to believe that Atlantis was a metaphorical construct. According to some interpretations, Atlantis represented an idealized civilization that fell due to its hubris and moral decay, serving as a cautionary tale for future generations. In this sense, Atlantis could be seen as a literary device designed to explore themes of ethics, power, and the consequences of overreach. Despite this, the idea that Atlantis was a real place has sparked centuries of speculation and investigation. Over the years, countless theories have emerged, each attempting to identify the location of a lost city and its connection to ancient civilizations. Some of the most popular theories suggest that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean, while others point to the Caribbean, the Arctic, or even Antarctica. Archaeologists, historians, and treasure hunters alike have searched for evidence of the legendary city, but so far, no definitive proof has been found. One of the most prominent theories places Atlantis in the Mediterranean, specifically on the island of Santorini, ancient Thera, in the Aegean Sea. Thera was home to a powerful Minoan civilization that flourished around 1600 BCE, but the island was destroyed by a massive volcanic eruption, which created a caldera and buried much of the island under ash and lava. The eruption is believed to have been one of the most catastrophic in human history, and it is thought to have devastated the Minoan civilization. Some researchers have suggested that this event could be the inspiration for the story of Atlantis, with the eruption and subsequent destruction of Thera serving as a real-world parallel to the myth of Atlantis' sinking into the sea. In this theory, Plato's account of Atlantis was an exaggerated retelling of a historical event, with the Minoan civilization standing in for the mythical Atlanteans. Another popular theory suggests that Atlantis may have been located in the Caribbean, specifically on the island of Bimini in the Bahamas. In the 1960s, underwater structures resembling stone blocks were discovered near the island, leading some to speculate that they could be remnants of the lost city. These structures, known as the Bimini Road, are composed of large rectangular limestone blocks arranged in a pattern that some believe could be man-made. While mainstream archaeologists have dismissed the Bimini Road as a natural formation, the discovery sparked renewed interest in the idea that Atlantis could be located in the Caribbean. Proponents of this theory point to Plato's description of Atlantis as a powerful seafaring civilization and argue that the island of Bimini, located near the Gulf Stream and the Florida coast, could have been an ideal location for such a society. A more radical theory places Atlantis in Antarctica, based on the idea that the Earth's continents have shifted over time due to polar wander. According to this theory, the Earth's magnetic poles may have shifted dramatically in the distant past, causing the once temperate region of Antarctica to become a frozen wasteland. In this version of the story, Atlantis was a thriving civilization that existed in Antarctica before the poles shifted and the climate became inhospitable. Proponents of this theory argue that ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, which shows a detailed and accurate representation of Antarctica without its ice sheet, could be evidence of a lost civilization that existed long before modern history. While this theory is highly speculative and unsupported by evidence, it continues to capture the imagination of those who believe in ancient advanced civilizations. Another interpretation of the Atlantis myth focuses on the possibility that the story is not based on a specific geographical location, but rather represents a collective memory of a global cataclysm, such as the end of the last ice age. Some researchers suggest that Atlantis could have been a symbol of the upheavals experienced by ancient human societies during this period. The melting of glaciers, massive flooding, and the rise of sea levels could have led to the loss of coastal settlements and the destruction of entire cultures, which could have been preserved in mythological form. In this view, Atlantis may not refer to a specific place, but rather to the collective trauma experienced by early human societies in the wake of global climate change. Despite the many theories, no conclusive evidence has ever been found to prove that Atlantis was a real place. Some scholars argue that the story of Atlantis is nothing more than an allegory, a fictional tale created by Plato to illustrate philosophical ideas about human nature, governance, and the corrupting influence of power. In this interpretation, Atlantis is a fictional society that serves as a cautionary tale, warning against the dangers of pride and overreach. Others believe that the Atlantis myth may have been inspired by the real-world experiences of ancient peoples who suffered from natural disasters or the collapse of their civilizations, which were later embellished into a grand myth. While the search for Atlantis may never lead to a definitive discovery, the enduring allure of the myth speaks to something deeper in the human psyche. The story of a lost, advanced civilization that was wiped out in a cataclysmic event taps into our collective fears and fascination with the fragility of human achievements. Atlantis represents both the height of human ambition and the inevitable downfall that can follow when that ambition turns to excess. Whether Atlantis existed or not, its legend endures as a symbol of the mysteries of the past, the limits of human knowledge, and the enduring hope that we may one day uncover the secrets of the ancient world. The Bermuda Triangle, often referred to as the Devil's Triangle, is one of the most infamous and mysterious regions in the world, known for its reputation as the site of numerous unexplained disappearances of ships, aircraft, and people. The area, roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been the subject of speculation, legend, and curiosity. Over the years, the Bermuda Triangle has become synonymous with eerie disappearances, strange phenomena, and inexplicable occurrences, leading some to question whether there is something supernatural or otherworldly at play. Yet, despite countless theories and investigations, no definitive explanation has emerged, leaving the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle to persist in the popular imagination. The Bermuda Triangle covers an area of about 500,000 square miles of ocean, and it has been the setting for some of the most famous unexplained disappearances in history. One of the earliest and most notable cases occurred in 1918, when the U.S. Navy cargo ship USS Cyclops vanished without a trace while traveling from the island of Barbados to Baltimore. The ship, along with its 309 crew members, disappeared during calm seas and clear weather, with no distress signals or debris found. Despite a thorough search, no wreckage was ever discovered, and the Cyclops remains one of the Bermuda Triangle's most mysterious disappearances. This event set the stage for the growing legend of the Bermuda Triangle, with other disappearances and strange events continuing to fuel speculation over the following decades. The most famous incident in the Bermuda Triangle's history occurred in 1945, when 5 U.S. Navy bombers, collectively known as Flight 19, vanished during a training mission. The squadron of aircraft had taken off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but soon became disoriented and lost. The pilots reported strange compass malfunctions and difficulty navigating, and eventually, the squadron disappeared without a trace. A rescue plane, sent to search for the missing bombers, also vanished, adding to the mystery. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage from Flight 19 or the rescue plane was ever found, deepening the enigma of the Bermuda Triangle. The idea that the Bermuda Triangle is an area where unusual and dangerous phenomena occur was further popularized in the 1970s by writer Charles Berlitz, whose book The Bermuda Triangle became a bestseller. Berlitz's book popularized the theory that the region was the site of strange and inexplicable events, including UFO sightings, paranormal activity, and even the suggestion that the area was a portal to another dimension. The Bermuda Triangle was thus branded as a place where the normal rules of nature seemed to break down, leading to stories of ships and planes vanishing into thin air, often with no trace or explanation left behind. The mysterious reputation of the Bermuda Triangle has inspired countless theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some of the most widely discussed theories include natural explanations, such as magnetic anomalies, underwater methane gas, and unpredictable weather patterns, while others have suggested more unconventional ideas, including alien involvement and time warps. Each theory offers a different perspective on the strange occurrences in the Bermuda Triangle, but none have been proven definitively, keeping the mystery alive. One of the most widely accepted natural explanations for the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is the idea that magnetic anomalies in the region can interfere with navigation instruments. The Earth's magnetic field is known to fluctuate in certain areas, and some researchers believe that these fluctuations could cause compasses to malfunction, leading pilots and sailors to lose their bearings and become disoriented. This theory would explain some of the strange reports from pilots and ship captains in the Bermuda Triangle, who have described experiencing unexplained compass malfunctions and navigational difficulties. Another possible natural explanation involves underwater methane gas deposits, which are believed to exist on the ocean floor in certain areas of the Bermuda Triangle. Methane is a colorless, odorless gas that can be released in large quantities when gas pockets beneath the seabed are disturbed by underwater landslides or other geological activity. Some scientists believe that when these methane gas pockets are released into the water, they can reduce the buoyancy of ships, causing them to sink rapidly. Additionally, the presence of methane in the atmosphere could create an explosion or fire if ignited, which might explain some of the mysterious disappearances of aircraft in the region. While this theory remains speculative, it has gained traction among some researchers who suggest that such natural occurrences could explain many of the inexplicable events in the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is also notorious for its unpredictable and sometimes violent weather patterns. The region is located in the tropics, where storms can form quickly and without warning. Some researchers believe that the Bermuda Triangle's weather is particularly treacherous, with sudden shifts in wind direction, squalls, and rapid changes in barometric pressure. These weather phenomena could potentially cause sudden disorientation for pilots or sailors, making it difficult to navigate or control their vessels. The presence of powerful storms in the region, particularly hurricanes, has been cited as a possible factor in many of the disappearances. However, critics of this theory argue that similar weather conditions occur in other parts of the world without the same frequency of disappearances, suggesting that there may be other factors at play in the Bermuda Triangle. In contrast to these natural explanations, there are more speculative and fringe theories that suggest supernatural or paranormal causes for the disappearances. One of the most widely circulated theories involves the idea that the Bermuda Triangle is the site of a time warp or space-time anomaly, where ships and planes are sucked into alternate dimensions or even the past and future. This theory is inspired by reports of strange disappearances, in which ships or aircraft seemingly vanish and reappear at later times, sometimes in different locations. Some proponents of this theory suggest that the Bermuda Triangle could be a portal to another dimension, through which vessels are transported to unknown realms. Other theories have suggested that extraterrestrials could be involved in the mysterious disappearances. According to some accounts, UFO sightings have been reported in the region, and some theorists believe that alien spacecraft are responsible for the disappearance of planes and ships. These theories are often bolstered by reports of strange lights in the sky and unexplained phenomena, such as radar readings of objects moving at impossible speeds. While these ideas are largely speculative and unsupported by hard evidence, they continue to captivate the imaginations of those fascinated by the Bermuda Triangle's mysteries. Despite the many theories that have been proposed, the fact remains that many of the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle have been, in large part, explained by conventional factors. Aircraft and ships that vanished in the region often experience mechanical failures, navigational errors, or poor weather conditions. Furthermore, statistical studies have shown that the rate of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other heavily traveled regions of the world, suggesting that the area's reputation may be exaggerated. Nevertheless, The Bermuda Triangle remains one of the most enduring and mysterious places on Earth. While many of the unexplained disappearances can be attributed to natural causes, the sheer number of incidents, combined with the region's reputation for strange occurrences, continues to fuel the myth and legend surrounding the area. Whether due to natural phenomena, human error, or something more mysterious, the Bermuda Triangle remains a symbol of the unknown, a place where the boundaries between fact and fiction blur, and where the mysteries of the past continue to challenge our understanding of the world.